Grand Rising, my kings and queens. It's your girl Mel B, live on Lux Radio Network. And this Monday is all about movement. We're not waiting for motivation, we're becoming it. So stretch those wings and sip that clarity. And let's emerge, evolve, and elevate into this week with purpose. Grand Rising, everybody. Our affirmation of the day is I am the momentum. I don't wait for the shift. I am the shift. All right. Our word of the day is propel, which means to drive or push forward. So your goals don't need permission, just propulsion. So push forward. Our slang word of the day or phrase is locked in, meaning fully focused and committed. For example, I'm locked in on my goals, no distractions, just elevation. All right, on to our news headlines for today. New York. New York City prepares for Veterans Day parade with heightened security. Also, Mayor Mandani announces emergency housing expansion. And Broadway's Harlem Rising breaks box office records. In LA, LAPD investigates an arson at Spolstra's home. Diwali night draws thousands to the LA Civic Center, and the Beaver supermoon lights up the Griffith Observatory. In Chicago, city expands winter shelter program for unhoused residents. The Bears finalized trade for defensive end Joe Tyron Soyinka. Hopefully I said that right. And local breweries launch Brew for a Cause fundraiser. In Atlanta, we have Mayor Dickens faces re-election pressure amid rising utility costs. Georgia PSC races could reshape electricity rates, and polling hours extended due to technical delays. In Houston, post-Halloween cleanup targets flood-prone neighborhoods still. Energy leaders meet to discuss grid resilience, and local schools host STEM fairs to boost the youth engagement. In Washington, D.C., Congress reconvenes early to address budget delays. President Tinubu meets with U.S. officials, and the Smithsonian launches Women Who Lead exhibit. In Miami, hurricane relief grants expanded for small businesses, and Rise and Rebuild Art Showcase honors storm survivors. Also, Mental Health Awareness Week launches in the schools. Tampa, Trauma Center expansion announced at the Tampa General. Zoning debates heat up waterfront developments, and veterans honored ahead of Veterans Day. Tarpon Springs, morning, Dad. Sponge Docks merchants report record sales. Flood project launched for Spring Bayou, and the marine biology grants awarded to local schools. Milwaukee, Mornery Literacy Initiative unveiled for grades 3, kindergarten through grade 3, and winter shelter expansion discussed by city leaders. Brew for a Cause fundraiser draws a massive crowd. Jackson, Mississippi, JSU celebrates homecoming with civic panels and concerts. Water infrastructure upgrades continue. Healing Through Art exhibit opens downtown. Toronto, fatal Brampton crash reveals second victim hours later. Opioid alert issued amid rising overdoses, and GO train service disrupted due to track work. Vancouver, Heart of the City Festival celebrates immigrant voices. Rabbit Festival draws families and adopters, and Whitecaps FC to host Western Conference semifinal. Jamaica, bless up everyone in Jamaica. Kingston, Operation Barbecue Relief ships 130,000 meals post Melissa. St. Catherine Parish Court remains closed until today, and civil society groups demand climate justice. Montego Bay, rush on ABMs and gas stations amid slow recovery. JCF maintains strong presence to maintain order. And Virgin Atlantic pauses MBJ flights after November 10th. Ocho Rios, Carnival Paradise reroutes to Ocho Rios post Melissa. UTEC campuses remain closed due to storm damage, and cruise calls rerouted as port operations resume. Negril, Sandos Negril to reopen December 6th. Beaches Negril resumes bookings for holiday season, and Melissa caused $6 billion in damages across the western island of Jamaica. Cayman Islands, immigration scams target overseas job seekers. Flow faces scrutiny over emergency outages, and Crown Reserve IPO launches at $100 million valuation. Nassau, Bahamas braces for Thanksgiving travel disruptions. Junkanoo parade governs sparks controversy, and the U.S. Embassy donates hurricane relief supplies. Nigeria, United Nigeria Airlines launches Accra route starting on November 10th, which is today. Trump threatens military action over Christian killings, and Tinubu rejects U.S. designation, vows religious protection. Ghana, United Nigerian Airlines begins direct flights from Lagos. Helicopter crash report to be released November 11th. And G-Step STEM Challenge registration extended to today. All right, on to our weather for today. New York, you will be sunny with the high of 50. Los Angeles, you will be clear with a high of 56. Chicago, you will be crisp and cold with a high of 47. Atlanta, you will be clear with a high of 49. Houston, you will be breezy with a high of 61. Washington, D.C., you will be sunny with a high of 52. Miami, you will be partly cloudy with a high of 73. Tampa, you will be mild today with a high of 70. Tarpon Springs as well, mild with a high of 70. Milwaukee, you will be chilly and freezing with a high of 45. Jackson, Mississippi, will be sunny with a high of 51. Toronto, you will be chilly with a high of 43. Toronto, you will be chilly with a high of 43. Vancouver, you will be cloudy with a high of 48. Kingston, you will be mostly sunny with a high of 81. Montego Bay, also sunny with a high of 80. Ocho Rios, sunny with a high of 79. Negril, sunny with a high of 78. Cayman Islands will have light showers with a high of 80. Bahamas, you will be partly sunny with a high of 76. Nigeria, you will be partly sunny with a high of 87. And Ghana, you will be mostly sunny with a high of 87. All right, on to our sports. We had a lot of games yesterday in the NFL and the NBA. So Sunday's games, week 10, we had the Colts versus the Falcons. The Colts won in overtime, 31-25. It was the Dolphins over the Bills, 30-13. The Jets over the Browns, 27-20. The Texans over the Jaguars, 36-29. The Saints over the Panthers, 17-7. The Patriots over the Buccaneers, 28-23. The Bears over the Giants, 24-20. The Ravens over the Vikings, 27-19. The Seahawks over the Cardinals, 44-22. And coincidentally, we had the Lions over the Commanders, same score, 44-22. We had the Rams versus the 49ers, 42-26, and the Chargers over the Steelers, 25-10. Tonight on Monday Night Football, we have that old rival, one of them, the Eagles versus the Packers tonight at 7:15 Central Time on ABC and ESPN. The Packers will be home in Lambeau Field. All right, in the NBA, we have final scores of the Timberwolves over the Kings, 144-117. The Warriors over the Pacers, 114 versus 83. And we have the Pistons over the 76ers, 111-108. The Celtics over the Magic, 111-107. The Knicks over the Nets, 134-98. The Thunder over the Grizzlies, 114-100. And the Rockets over the Bucks, 155-115. NBA games today. We have the Wizards versus the Pistons at 7. We have the Lakers over the Hornets at 7. The Trailblazers over the Magic at 7. The Cavaliers versus the Heat at 7:30. The Spurs and the Bulls at 8. The Bucks and the Mavericks at 8:30. The Timberwolves and the Jazz at 9. The Pelicans and the Suns at 9. And the Hawks and the Clippers at 10:30. This evening, all Eastern Standard Time. All right, on to our daily feature today, which we all know is Motivational Monday. So our spotlight is the power of the first step. Whether it's launching a brand, a healing wound, or writing that first page, momentum begins with movement. Today's feature reminds us you don't need to see the whole staircase. Just take the first step. So we don't need permission to be powerful. We just need movement. So motivation is fleeting. Momentum is built. Start with one small action, making your bed, sending an email, writing that first sentence. Each move builds confidence, clarity, and consistency. So start this habit. Pair a new habit with an old existing one. Example, after brushing your teeth, say your affirmation out loud. It could be today's affirmation or some affirmations, that you already know. Do like I do. I have affirmations on my mirror that I say in the mornings. So just build rituals that enforce your identity. So what's one thing you're committed to finishing today? Ask yourself that question. Write it down, say it out loud, and let it guide your energy for the day. All right. On to our book club. We are on Law 34 of the 48 Laws of Power. Law 34 states, be royal in your own fashion. Act like a king to be treated like one. Meaning, power is often a matter of perception. Green teaches that when you carry yourself with confidence, dignity, and self-worth, others respond accordingly. Acting like royalty doesn't mean arrogance. It means self-respect, presence, and intentionality. Green writes, quote, by acting regally and confident, you make yourself seem destined to wear a crown, end quote. So applying this in business, command your space. Whether you're pitching, presenting, or posting, own the room. Speak with clarity, dress with intention, and move with purpose. Set boundaries like a boss. Don't chase clients, followers, or collaborators. Attract them by knowing your worth and showing it. Brand like royalty. Your visuals, your tone, and messaging should reflect elegance. Luxe doesn't mean expensive. It means elevated. All right. Applying these tips in your daily life. Walk with presence, shoulders back, head high. Your energy enters before your words do. Speak with intention. Don't apologize for taking up space. Say what you mean and say it with grace. Curate your circle. Surround yourself with people who reflect your values and uplift your vision. All right, our cause of the day, which we are still in Native American Heritage Month. So we're spotlighting Indigenous inventors today. Our featured inventor is Dr. Thomas David Petit of the Cherokee Nation. His invention, wireless transmission technology. His impact, his patents help shape modern Bluetooth and wireless communication systems. His legacy, innovation isn't just about tech. It's about connection, culture, and contribution. Also, there was Elmer Lee of the Cherokee Nation as well, developed early medical sterilization techniques. We also have Jerry Chris Elliott High Eagle of Osage. He was a NASA physicist who helped guide Apollo missions. And we also have Mary G. Ross, also of the Cherokee Nation, first Native American female engineer at Lockheed, worked on spaceflight systems. So honor Indigenous innovation. Feature Native-owned brands, tech startups, and creators in your own network. Teach legacy. Share these stories with your team, students, or children. Representation fuels imagination. And build with respect. Acknowledge the roots of modern tech and uplift the voices behind them. All right, today in history, in 1766, Rutgers University is born. William Franklin, the last colonial governor of New Jersey, signs the charter for Queens College, later named Rutgers University. Hopefully I'm saying that, or it's Rutgers. You know, I'll mess up a word. The legacy is a cornerstone of American higher education. Rutgers now serves over 70,000 students. I'm quite sure somebody tell me I said that wrong. That's fine. All right, in 1619, Descartes dreams philosophy. Philosopher René Descartes has a series of vivid dreams that inspire his fundamental work, Meditations on First Philosophy. His legacy, his famous line, "I think, therefore I am," reshaped modern Western thought. And in 1775, U.S. Marine Corps was founded. The Second Continental Congress forms the Continental Marines, the precursor to the United States Marine Corps. The legacy today is now celebrated as the Marine Corps' birthday, honoring centuries of service and sacrifice. Thank you for your service, all military personnel. All right, on to our African American history for today. In 1983, Wilson Goode elected mayor of Philadelphia. Wilson Goode becomes the first African American mayor of Philadelphia, marking a major milestone in Black political leadership. Legacy lesson here: representation at the local level shapes policy, equality, and community trust. In 1891, Granville T. Woods patents the electric railway. Known as the Black Edison, Woods secures a patent for his electric railway system, revolutionizing urban transportation. And in 1898, Wilmington coup and massacre. White supremacists violently overthrew Wilmington's multiracial government, killing dozens of Black citizens and burning the Black-owned Daily Record newspaper. All right, on to our inventors. First, we have Lewis Lattimore, who invented the carbon filament for the light bulb. He made electric lighting made electric lighting more affordable and durable, and worked with Edison and Bell. Thomas J. Martin improved on the fire extinguisher system, which enabled pressurized water pipes and valves in buildings for fire safety. Jessica O. Matthews invented socket, an energy generating soccer ball. Converts kinetic energy into electricity, powering lights in off-grid communities. All right, on to our Back to Roots segment, which highlights the foundations of African traditional religion. The core concept is the supreme creator. Most African traditional religions recognize a supreme being, a creator who is distant but all-powerful. This deity is often not worshipped directly, but acknowledged as the source of all life. First, we have Yoruba. Olodumare is the source of all energy. In Akan, which is Ghana, we have the sky god called Nyame. In South Sudan, with Dinka, we have the creator and ruler of the universe. For them is called Niakli. And also in Uganda, the Baganda is Katonda, or the supreme god. These names vary by region, but the concept remains the same: a divine architect who set the world in motion. The belief system is harmony with nature and spirit. African spirituality is not about sin and salvation, it's about balance. The goal is to live in harmony with nature spirits, rivers, trees, and animals, ancestors, or also known as Egungun in Yoruba, community, which is family, clan, or tribes, and destiny, Orisha, guide your path. Ritual practice, libation, and ancestral veneration. Pouring libation is a sacred act of calling on ancestors and asking for guidance. It's done with water, palm wine, or gin while speaking names out loud. For example, we call on our mothers and fathers who walked before us. Guide our steps, accept this offering. So to pledge honor, you would create a small altar at home with natural elements: a bowl of water, a stone, a candle. Speak the names of one ancestor and thank them for something they've passed down. All right, on to our fact or fiction for the day. All right, this is a new claim. The CIA secretly paid journalists to manipulate the news. Is this fact or fiction? Well, the verdict is it was fact. In the late 1940s, during the Cold War, the CIA launched Operation Mockingbird, a covert program designed to influence both domestic and foreign media. The goal was to shape public opinion, suppress dissent, and promote pro-American narratives. Journalists were recruited, paid, and placed in major outlets to include The Time, the New York Times, and CBS. Some were knowingly complacent. Others were used without full awareness. So how it was used: they planted stories to support U.S. foreign policy. They suppressed coverage of CIA operations abroad, monitored and manipulated student and activist publications, and created a feedback loop of propaganda disguised as journalism. How was it exposed? In 1975, the Church Committee, a U.S. Senate investigation into intelligence abuses, uncovered the program. Documents revealed over 400 journalists had ties to the CIA. Documents, although officially discontinued, the legacy of media manipulation remains a topic of debate. So the impact and the legacy, it sparked widespread distrust in mainstream media, led to reforms in intelligence oversight and journalistic ethics, inspired decades of speculation about government influence in newsrooms. Today, Mockingbird is often cited in discussions about press freedom and disinformation. So Operation Mockingbird wasn't a rumor, it was reality. It reminds us that truth must be protected, and the media literacy is power. So question your sources, protect the signal, and stay woke. All right, our tech tip of the day. Good morning, everyone. I see the comments. Good morning, Grand Rising from Nigeria. Brand is loyalty. Yes. And Grand Rising, right? Tech tip of the day is voice to tech power moves. So use built-in voice dictation tools to draft emails, brainstorm ideas, or journal affirmations, hands-free and fast. So how to activate it? On Windows 11, press to launch voice typing. On a Mac, go to System Settings, Keyboard, and enable dictation. Mobile, Android, or Apple phone, tap the mic icon on your keyboard or use voice assistant commands. Why this matters or why it helps? It can speed up content creation, reduces typing fatigue, and great for capturing ideas on the go or during creative flow. Use voice dictation to draft your segment intros or affirmation cards, then polish the flow later. I should start doing that. That might help. Because these poor little thumbs just be going. Our finance tip of the day. Automate your wealth. Set up automatic transfers to your savings and investment accounts on payday, not after you've spent majority of your money. Why? It builds wealth consistently without relying on willpower. Makes saving a habit, not a chore, and helps you pay yourself first before bills and the spending take over. I know I'm guilty of that too. I'm just like, I don't pay myself first, and I have to get in that habit of paying myself first. If it's just 10% of whatever I bring in, I pay it first, put it in the savings. That way I don't even see it and I don't worry about spending it. So label your savings goals like an emergency fund, vacation, or business so that every dollar has a mission. It's going somewhere important that you need it to go. All right, y'all. Our fun fact of the day is, did you know honey never spoils? Archaeologists have discovered pots of honey in ancient Egyptian tombs that are over 3,000 years old and still perfectly edible. Thanks to its low moisture content and natural acidity, honey resists bacteria and never goes bad. Why? It's nature's original preservative. Ancient civilizations used it for medicine, rituals, and sweetening. It's the only food that truly lasts forever. I wish I would have known that because it looks weird. I'm just going to throw it away. But now I know it. It's not bad. It just looks funny. All right. Fun holiday of the day. Today is National Vanilla Cupcake Day. Can you believe that? So how to celebrate it? Bake a batch of vanilla cupcakes with a twist. Try dairy-free frosting or butterfly sprinkles. Host a mini cupcake and conversation moment with your team in your team meetings today. And also another fun fact is vanilla is the most popular cupcake flavor in the United States. but it's also one of the most versatile. So you can pair it with a lemon zest, chai spice, or lavender for a luxe twist. All right, and on to our daily quote today. Quote, "The future depends on what we do in the present." Unquote. Of course, that's Gandhi. All right, and on to our music and entertainment news today. We are spotlighting Jordan Peele's High Horse, the Black Cowboy trailer drops. Award-winning director Jordan Peele is back with a powerful new documentary called High Horse, the Black Cowboy, spotlighting the overlooked legacy of African American cowboys in the American West. The film features commentary from Tina Knowles and real-life Black rodeo riders. Why this matters? It reclaims erased history and challenges Hollywood's whitewashed westerns. Highlights the cultural impact of Black cowboys from Texas to California, and it is set to premiere in early 2026 with a soundtrack blending country, soul, and hip hop influences. On our artist buzz, we got Tiana Taylor's bold role in One Battle After Another. Singer and actress Tiana Taylor is receiving praise and pushback for her raw performance in One Battle After Another, a drama that mirrors the emotional and spiritual battles Black women face. Taylor says the role was a mirror to the ways we survive and thrive. Industry moves. Claressa Shields signs historic $8 million deal. Boxing champion Claressa Shields just inked an $8 million contract with Salida Promotions and Win Records, making her one of the highest paid female fighters in history. She's also launching a music label focused on empowering women in hip hop. And an upcoming event, Ad Color Awards kickoff in Orlando. The Ad Color Awards, celebrating diversity in media and entertainment, will be held on Friday, November 14th in Orlando, Florida. Expect appearances from Black creatives across advertising, music, and tech, including honorees from BET, Spotify, and Netflix. All right, in our celebrity gossip today, we got Snoop Dogg gives wife Shantae Brodus 3 rings for her 50th. Hip hop legend Snoop Dogg celebrated his wife Shantae Brodus' milestone birthday with a lavish tribute. 3 custom rings, each symbolizing a chapter in their decades-long love story. The gesture was shared on Instagram with the caption, "For every year you held me down, I'm giving you a crown." Go on, Snoop. Also, we have Glorilla surprises her father with a Jaguar. Rapper Glorilla gifted her father a white Jaguar at his retirement party, honoring his 30-year career with the U.S. Postal Service. The emotional moment was captured on video and shared across social media, with fans calling it a real Black family flex. All right, on to our celebrity birthdays for today. We got Tracy Morgan turns 56. If you don't know, he's a comedian and an actor. He's known for Saturday Night Live, 30 Rock, and The Last OG. We also got Eve. She's 47. She's a rapper, actress, and a talk show host. She's known for Let Me Blow Your Mind as far as her song, her music. She was also in Barbershop, and she is on The Talk. We have Sinbad, turned 69. He's a comedian and actor. He was best known for A Different World, House Guest, and First Kid. And we also got Michael Jai White, turns 58. He's an actor, and a martial artist. He was known for Spawn, Why Did I Get Married franchise, and Black Dynamite. And last but not least, we got Warren G, turns 55 today. He's a rapper and producer. Everybody know the song Regulators, Mount Up, where he collaborated with Nate Dogg and Snoop. He's a West Coast legend. All right, on to our lifestyle segment. Today, our soul food recipe is going to be smoked turkey wings with Creole butter. And a bit more vegan option for that would be Earth Balance plus Cajun seasoning. Hint, hint. Our beverage of today is cucumber mint spa water. Cucumber mint spa water. It's just infused with cucumber slices, fresh mint, and a splash of lime. All right, in our men's health tip today, check your vitamin D levels. Black men are at higher risk for vitamin D deficiency due to melanin's impact on absorption. Ask your doctor about simple blood tests and consider safe sun exposure or supplements, guys. And again, as I mention every day, go to the doctor. Go to the doctor. Go to the doctor. Women, our women's health tip for the day is track your iron intake. Low iron can cause fatigue, hair thinning, and mood swings. Add spinach, lentils, and pumpkin seeds to your weekly meals, and pair with vitamin C for a better absorption. I also added today a household chore. Clean your baseboards with dryer sheets. Any of y'all heard of that before? Wipe your baseboards with dryer sheets to remove the dust and repel static. It leaves a fresh scent and reduces buildup. Perfect for pre-holiday deep cleaning. All right, and in our relationship advice for today, don't skip the check-ins. However, for couples, schedule a weekly state of us chat. So set aside 20 minutes each week to check in on emotional needs, your goals, and stressors. Use prompts like, what's something you need more from me? Or what's one win we had this week together? Start the discussion there. Hopefully it doesn't lead to an argument, but in friendships, celebrate the quiet friends. Not every friend is loud or visible. Send a quick thinking of you message to someone who's been low-key but loyal. It's a small act with deep impact. And family, create a family gratitude chain. Start a group text or notebook where each family member adds one thing they're grateful for daily until Thanksgiving. It builds connection and shifts focus from stress to joy. All right, on to our horoscopes for today. Starting with Aries. You're ready to lead, but don't bulldoze. Let others catch up to your vision. Taurus, a small indulgence today brings big emotional returns. Treat yourself without guilt. Gemini, a random convo could unlock a new opportunity. Stay open and follow the breadcrumbs. Cancer, you're holding space for others, but don't forget to refill your own emotional cup. Leo, your confidence is contagious. Use it to uplift someone who's doubting their shine. Virgo, your plan is solid, but leave room for magic. The universe might surprise you. Libra, you're craving harmony, but don't compromise your truth to keep the peace. Scorpio, you see through the noise. Trust your gut. It's sharper than ever today. Sagittarius, adventure calls, but make sure your responsibilities are packed before you go. Capricorn, you're building something everlasting. Don't rush to process. Every brick matters. Aquarius, your ideas are ahead of their time. Share them anyway. Someone's ready to listen. Pisces, your intuition is loud today. Follow it, even if logic says otherwise. On tomorrow's show, everybody, y'all know it's going to be Tell Me Something Good Tuesday. So, I'm going to tell you something good. I'm going to keep it under wraps right now, but believe me, it's going to be good. Now, I want to send a shout out to thank our sponsors. Bellow Burn hot sauce. Add some fire to your plate. RS Herbals. Heal natural. Live vibrant. And Clarion Candles, where peace meets scent. And just like that, we've stirred the soul, we spilled the tea, and we seasoned the truth. If your greens are simmering, your inbox is quiet, and your edges are laid, you are already ahead of the game for today. So tomorrow we'll be back with some more good news, good food, and good vibes. Until then, walk like your ancestors prayed for this moment, because they did. So goodbye, my kings and queens. Stay fly, stay grounded, and don't let nobody dim your daylight. Period.